What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Now, today is another episode of Wednesday's Weekly Report, and I know everybody's waiting for the Pokemon Sun and Moon announcement. We'll talk about that here in a second. We'll say the best for last, but let's go over. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things to talk about. They'll be pretty quick, and then we'll talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon last. So the Pokemon YouTube channel released 2 new commercials for Pokemon XY10, Awakening of Psychic Kings, Fates Collide, which, as usual, features our 2 favorite Japanese players. The commercial reveals Mew, Zygarde, and Genesect DX from the Japanese set. So let's go over some of the cards that were revealed. If you haven't seen these videos, make sure you check out the link down below to watch these videos. The Mega Alakazam one's pretty funny. I do like that one a lot. But let's go over these cards. There is Mew, Psychic, 50 HP. It has beginning memories. This Pokemon can use the attacks of each of your basic Pokemon to play, but you must still have the necessary energies to use use each attack. And a counter, search deck for a Pokemon card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So it's pretty cool that you can copy any attack of any Pokemon and play. But it's only your Pokemon, so I don't know. I mean, you maybe copy like a Toad, or maybe some EX Pokemon and attack with it that way, and that way you're not attacking with an EX Pokemon. It does have 50 HP, so we'll get knocked out pretty easily, but maybe if you attack with a Pokemon that only needs like a DC, or maybe 1 energy that's an EX attack, like maybe a Lucario, you can copy with the Mew, and then you can hit for weakness with Psychic, so that might be a really cool thing to do, like throw Mew into deck, hit for weakness if your Pokemon just needs 1 energy attack with it. So that may be really cool. I could definitely see this being splashed in some decks to hit for Psychic weakness if need be. There's Zygarde, Rumble, 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. And Geo Strike, 120 damage. Effect too small to read. We'll probably see it later on when Psychic Kings come out later on. There's a Genesect EX, and I'm happy. I do love Genesect. It was my favorite card to play for a long time. And the most hyped card right now is in the supporter card. I like how they already... So in the video right here, this video on the right, you can see N being shuffled along in the video, but is the N still the same translations or not? Probably. But if you don't know, N's definitely a card and expanded, one of the most played cards, and it's definitely going to come back. It seems like it's coming back in standard. Each player shuffles their hand to the deck and they draw a card for each prize card remaining. And if this is the real text, then it'll be very. It will be interesting. It'll be played in almost every deck. We'll see N make a comeback for sure. But let's keep on going. Next up, Snorlax from Awakening of the Psychic Kings has been revealed as well. And it has a really cool effect, or attack. Rollover does 30. This attack can even be used when this Pokemon is asleep. If this Pokemon is asleep, this attack does 90 more damage. So 120, which, it doesn't really take a knockout on any EX Pokemon. But it's cool that you can attack while it's asleep, which is pretty neat. And it has Swallow, 50 damage. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to defending Pokemon. Maybe we can have some fun one day with Snorlax, make like a Snorlax drowsy deck, put both active to sleep, then use rollover. If they stay asleep, you can smack them next turn to knock them out. Yeah, it's probably the best way to play Snorlax is with Hypno. So, it's not going to be playable for sure, but I just like Snorlax always looks cool, and that's cool to see that it has, it has a very, very cool effect. It can be attack. It can be used while it's asleep, so that's amazing. Next up is Omastar from Awakening of the Psychic Kings. It has the ability Restoration Beam. Once during your turn before you attack, you may search your deck for a restored Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So evolves for Ammonite, which is Ammonite's a restored Pokemon. So you can use Omastar to get out multiple Ammonites. Praise Helix. If you didn't watch the Twitch plays Pokemon, there it is. Helix, praise to be Helix, 60 damage from a spending attack, but what we need to look at is Omastar Break from XY10. Omastar Break has this really cool ability, Dangerous Tentacle. It's once during your turn before you attack, you may choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon EX and switch with his or her active Pokemon. So you can just bring... Like most decks play Hoopa, they play Shaman, so you can just bring up a Hoopa or Shaman off the bench. Not sure how great this is going to be, especially since you have to go for Helix Fossil to Ammonite to Omastar break. That's a very, very hard thing to set up. But, I mean, maybe. I mean, okay, the ability's cool. I'll give you that much. The ability is really, really neat to bring a Pokemon off the bench, an EX Pokemon off the bench. Maybe you can deck him out that way, but it's probably not going to be played. Yep, probably not being played. Next up is Ash Greninja EX box, and here is the Ash's Greninja. You can see it's actually called Ash's Greninja, which is very exciting. It's cool to see that, Ash's Pokemon are coming out. But let's go over the card. Dancing Shuriken, 20, flip a coin 20 times. Flip 3 coins, attack does 20 damage, times the number of heads to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it's any of them. It's any of your Pokemon, any of the Pokemon. It'd be cooler if it just needed a water energy. I don't think it'd be too broke because the max you can hit is 60 anywhere. But it needs a water and colors, and then Ninja Blade 130 damage during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Ninja Blade. It's not that good of a card. It's not a good EX. It needs 3 water energies to attack. Not worth it. It's definitely more of a collectible kind of thing. Let's see. It'll contain an Ash's Greninja EX promo, a jumbo version of it, for booster packs, and a PTCGO card. It's not playable. Like, it's not good, but it's cool to see Ash's Greninja come into game, or into the TCG. Next up is Celebi's Mythical Pokemon Collection, available today. Release dates changed. The release dates for Celebi's Pokemon Collection has officially been moved to March 1st, which was yesterday in the United States, not Europe. You can find it at GameStop stores and possibly other retailers right now. I personally got mine at Walmart, so I mean, I heard Target has it. I know Walmart has it. I know GameStop has it. Toys R Us probably has it as well, and you get the little promo card, you get the pin, you get 2 generation booster box. And if you don't know, Celebi's one of my favorite Pokemon, so look out for that. But each mythical Pokemon comes with a promo pin and 2 generation booster packs. And if you haven't seen the lineup, here's the lineup down below. If it comes out in the first, it'd be pretty cool if every month it comes out, straight away. But next month we got Jirachi, then Darkrai, Manaphy, then Shaman. Oh, buddy. Then Arceus, I think it's Arceus, Victini, Keldeo, Genesect, and Meloetta. So there we go. I'm excited to see if it's going to be the first of the month every month. And at Nintendo Network, what does that mean? At Nintendo Network. I don't know. Oh, that's when the games are going to be released. So if you don't know, they also have the games, like in the games, video games, you can get these Pokemon as well. At Mew, you got these little promo cards. I was trying to find one to show y'all, but I forgot I don't have the face cam on. But GameStop, you got the Mew. Nintendo Network, you just download them. So this is how you get the Pokemon, basically. That's how you get them. So, I mean, it's cool that you can get these Pokemon automatically for your games. If you're trying to collect them all and you need these rare Pokemon, you can get them just by downloading them. So there you go. But I think this is the same order for everything else, like for the plushies and the mythical collection boxes. So I'm excited. I do love the plushies and I do love the collection box. If you haven't seen me open the Mew collection box, I'll leave the link down below as well. Make sure you check it out. But there's a schedule for the mythical Pokemon. Now, next up, if you don't know, over the past weekend, Toys R Us actually gave out a Pikachu and a Magikarp. And it says right here, you got a special version of Pikachu and Magikarp from Generations with the Toys R Us stamp. But you must, if you were there, you got a flyer that showed Clefairy and Meowth from Generation would also be given out on April 2nd. I'm not sure what April 2nd signifies. Like, I don't know what's the special date about April 2nd or why they chose April 2nd. I asked the Nintendo representative and they said that she didn't know. She was told that she's going to be here April 2nd to give out the Clefairy and the Meowth. But according to Canada's Toys R Us website, will be giving out a promo card each month for the 20th anniversary. Pikachu, Tangela, Magikarp, Geodude, Clefairy, Ponyta, Meowth, and Slowpoke. So once again, all the generation cards with Toys R Us stamp, but it's gonna be weird. It's either, so it says this almost certainly means America will get the same promo cards, though on a different release schedule. Whereas Canada's Toys R Us stores will be giving out the cards one at a time each month. It seems like our stores will likely give out pairs every month. But maybe, what if we got more than Canada? What if we got more promotion cards than they do? I don't know. Maybe they give out 2 months instead of just, I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not going to lie. But if you don't know, Target will also be giving out Shiny Magikarp promo on March 19th. So if you want the Shiny Magikarp promo, make sure you go to Toys R Us on the 19th. It is like 2 weeks away. If I remember correctly, 2.5 weeks away. Yeah, because today's the 2nd. So make sure you go get your Magikarp. Hopefully everybody got their Pikachus and their Magikarps. I personally got my own. I know they're saying that if you're over the age of like 10 or whatever, you couldn't get any, but I didn't have any problem getting them. And yeah, so I got my Pikachu and Magikarp. I'll go back in again to get my Clefairy and Meowth. So excited times. It's cool that these cards have the Toys R Us stamps. But hopefully you got them. And finally, let's go over Pokemon Sun and Moon. I know everybody's excited. There's not too much to say about them right now. I'm not going to lie to you. But here's the logo for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Alright, so there we go. Here's the Japanese versions of them. And I do love the logos. They look amazing. Like this moon. I like how it's kind of, looks really, really cool. But the logo is pretty similar. Blah, blah, blah. Pokemon has stated that the games will feature a new world, new Pokemon, and new adventures to discover. So the games could be 7th generation. We're going to scroll down a little bit. A 3D model of a new bird Pokemon was also shown very briefly. It looks like a fletching at first glance, but it's not. In Pokemon Yellow, blah, 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 we never had a new Pokemon playable in the games, aside from forms, let alone what seems to be common bird. So this might lead to, that might be a 7th generation games. Basically, at first, they didn't know if this was going to be Pokemon 6.5, like Z, because we have all the Zygarde stuff, which hasn't came out yet, so we don't have a game for Pokemon Z, and people thought that Pokemon Sun and Moon were going to be that, which I don't know why they thought that, because they're releasing 2 games, and usually when they do, well, I guess there was Black and White 2, that's the only other time that I think of that had a sequel that wasn't just a middle stage. Like, when you had Red and Blue, you had Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Like, all these had a middle stage. So I doubt, besides Black and White 2, everything also had 1 game. So I don't know why they thought it was going to be 6.5. It definitely seemed like it was going to be a new game with Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like, it doesn't even have, like, Pokemon, I don't know how you think that Pokemon Sun and Moon would be the same by Pokemon X and Y. But it is going to be a new generation game. The UK press release states that these are newest generation of Pokemon Core Series games. Take that for what you will. This Kalos has characters that mention another new region. The English press release says this is a new world instead of a new region. And there's so many unresolved story points from X and Y. It seems like these are most likely could be blah blah blah. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, keep going. The games are released in holidays of 2016, so at the end of this year, we'll get Pokemon Sun and Moon. So there we go. And this is the fletching they were talking about. If you watch the video, they showed this little Pokemon looking thing. I guess you kind of see how it looks like a fletching. It kind of looks a little like, I don't know. All the birds kind of look the same. They're birds. Like, you can't get too crazy. So there we go. Go away. Go. Please go away. Thank you. Alright. It was also revealed. Okay, this is the cool part. That 3DS Virtual Consoles of Pokemon Red, Green, and Yellow, Blue, all those, you can transfer them to your Pokemon Bank, which will then allow you to transfer them to Pokemon Moon and Sun, which is pretty neat that if you bought the blue, green, or not blue and green, red, blue, or yellow in America, they get transferred to your Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I really do like a lot. But in one of the press kits that was emailed to us by Pokemon, the following names for the game's logos use Ninji, which translates to rainbow, and a placeholder name that Pokemon seems to use for its new game titles. Earlier this week, there were Nintendo rumors floating around which named Pokemon Rainbow, and while these rumors didn't have any important information for Pokemon fans, this seems to lend credence. Those large Nintendo rumors be true, so if you follow... Okay, alright, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but all you need to know is that Pokemon Sun and Moon is most likely going to be 7th generation. There's nothing really revealed with this game. Everything is going around speculation. We can look at some of the pictures. There's the new Pokemon Center, what it looks like. There is a truck. It looks like a Pokemon Center ambulance, maybe. Maybe they'll come pick you up out of the wild. Like, maybe if you faint, you actually ride in the ambulance, which would be kind of cool. There's like a tow truck looking thing. Here's the other picture of the truck. here is looks like a mansion. You can kind of see the characters right here. This looks like a little no, it looks like a house maybe. It looks like a house. And there's a bigger picture of the mansion. You can see your character, another character. There's Horsey, Spheal, Staryu, Chimchao? What is that Pokemon name? But it looks like it's going to be a water gym, most likely. But my thing about Pokemon Sun and Moon, and this is the only, like, guess I would hope it's going to be, is that Pokemon Sun, the whole time while you're playing it, it's in the sun, and then while you're playing Pokemon Moon, it's all in the nighttime. Like, in Gold and Silver, we had night and day, and maybe for some reason, like, the moon is always out, or the sun is always out, which might be kind of cool. I don't know if that's going to be true. That's just something I'm guessing. Like, the new Team Rocket took, like, in one game, they made it where the moon is gone or something, and then the other one, they made the sun being gone. It's probably impossible. I'm just trying to figure out why they have Pokemon Sun and Moon in the title. That's the only thing I can think of, is that in the game, the sun's always out, and the other one, the moon's always out. It could be possible. I mean, in Gold and Silver, we did have daytime and nighttime, so maybe we could see that happen, which would be very interesting to see. And then once you beat the game, it goes back to the sun, like it goes back to the normal time where it's daytime and nighttime. I don't know. What do you think about Pokemon Sun and Moon? I know there's a lot of things going on about it. A lot of people think that it's going to be in Japan. There's a story about the sun and the moon, and it has to do with the Japanese stuff. I don't know. I don't really like looking into this stuff too much because we never know what's going to happen. All we know is Pokemon Sun and Moon. We know that you can transfer games from your Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow to the new game. And besides that, we really don't know anything else. It might still be 6.5, and maybe this is not a new Pokemon, it's just a different form. Who knows? But I imagine it's going to be a new game. Like I said before, I can't see how you do Pokemon Sun and Moon when you're trying to go off of Pokemon X and Y. But hopefully, I didn't ramble too much. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense to me. Hopefully, somebody cleared up in the comment section down below. It seems like a lot of speculation going on. And like I said, I really don't go into that stuff. I kind of just, just go off and we'll see what happens. I mean, throughout the year, they're going to reveal new stuff. I imagine sometime in April or May, they'll throw up a new trailer. I don't think in March they'll really reveal anything. Not that I know of. I mean, maybe Core might do something, but I imagine Pokemon will release something in March, June, the latest. Like they had to have a trailer out before then and release some Pokemon. They'll slowly release them out like they usually do. So we'll have to see what happens throughout the year. Like always, on Wednesday's Weekly Report, we'll cover everything that happened throughout the past week, and we'll see what happens. But what is your favorite update of the week? I know a lot of people are going to say Pokemon Sun and Moon, but mine actually is the Celebi Mythical Collection box. I don't really play the video games that much, so I really don't have that big of an input on it, but I'll try my best. We'll try to cover it. I'll cover everything. I know everybody loves seeing the new Pokemon game, so I'll make sure to cover that. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Have a great day. Alrighty.